Hey YouTube, welcome to Welding with Grandad. Today we're going to be covering converting the TINBUKE 230 DP, the MIG set, from gasless wire 0.8 to 1.2 aluminium. And for that, to do that, you press down to MIG, pulse MIG, AliMIG 1.2. That is synergic mode, and that is telling me everything is set up to run with 1.2 wire. So we get you set back on there, lift the side panel. I've already disconnected the wire from there, so you don't want to go through that, but the demonstration purposes is you've got this small reel there which takes that 1 kilo, and we're going to convert it back to this. So the machine comes with this ready assembled, and I've dismantled it to put the kilo reels on. So what you do is you take that spline, that goes against the back of the machine, that's the front where the locking mechanisms are, and there's a little keyway that locks into the locating hole on the reel. Push that one in, we're on, and then you get 2 washers, large, small, and a locking nut. So the large washer goes on, compression spring, small washer, and a nylock locking nut. So because it's been used a few times, you can do it finger tight, and what you do, you get it so that you can spin that, it's not too tight, you don't want too much tension going down on these rollers. Now because we're converting to 1.2 wire from 0.8, release the tension, put that back up out of the way, take off the retaining nut, and there's the roller that's coming off. So we'll be replacing it with a 1mm 1.2. Now I haven't got a 1.2 U groove that I recommend for aluminium, but we know this works okay because we've been doing 2mm MIG aluminium with it already. So there's a keyway and there's a pin there. Now that pin is temperamental, it can drop out. It's like a ship bottom shape. So you locate that on, make sure it's all the way in to line up with the inlet and outlet groove. This is the inlet guide to the roller, this is the outlet guide to the torch. The retaining nut back on. That's that. So we're now ready to put the reel on. So the wire has got to feed off the bottom of the roll, so we make sure that that's there. I've pre-drilled a hole this side for the purposes of this demonstration, so I can get the wire off that easily. There's a locating pin, if you remember, a locating hole. Hopefully we'll hit it first time. Yep, got it. The large retaining nut is left hand thread. So tighten that up, nice and tight, and then we're ready to unclip the wire and feed it through the wire feeders, the rollers. So what I tend to do, snip your bend off, and I straighten the first 1 or 2 inches or 5 centimeters, and then you've got to feed that into the inlet guide liner. Then what happens, it comes out there and meets the roller. So you feed that across, and what I usually do is use a screwdriver to get it through into the outlet guide. At this point you can drop the clamp, the tensioner down, put that spring. That is for tightening the tension on the wire. So now this button here on the amps, you've got this one here which if you hold for 2 or 3 seconds gives a gas purge, which is brilliant for a less expensive machine, and this button here which is wire feed stroke amps, you press this and hold for 1 or 2 seconds or 3 and it starts to feed, and there you can see it's through. So what we'll do, place your back. I've got a MIG torch set up already, and for once MIG is the correct terminology for this process because we're using an inert gas. I've already set it up with a soft wire liner, and this is the Euro connector. You've got the wire inlet into the liner through the torch, you've got your gas inlet, and there's an O-ring there which is a gas tight seal, and you've got your trigger switch. Now you have to make sure that that is tight, that flat area is tight against the receiving face, otherwise you may get arcing and it'll affect the weld. So what we do, locate the wire into there, spin it, and you'll feel it drop into place. Tighten that up as tight as you can get it. Don't do a He-Man job and break it, so that's nice and tight. And then what we do, swivel him round, press the button. And the good thing is with this, you can actually speed the wire feed up and decrease it. You'll feel it come through the torch handle. It'll hit the swan neck, which is doing about now, I think. There it comes. There you are. So at this point, this is where the contact tip, which is really, really important. Contact it's telling you that this is where the electricity comes across to touch the wire. So you feed that through the correct size. If the line is protruding, that's great. It means there's not going to be any gaps. Tighten up with fingers the best you can. Snip the end off, and then what I usually do is, because I'm lazy, pinch up with those. They're called side cutters, and there you're ready for the nozzle to be fitted. It's a really nice torch, this. I think it's the Tweco of the small torches. You've got a metal neck which helps all the heat dissipate from the weld pool, and a copper nozzle which obviously copes with high heat. So that's the setup. I'll put that down, and as a wetter we're going to be doing laps and fillets 2mm and 3mm thickness. That's a 2mm lap weld. And just to show you how good this machine is, do it this way. Virtually no distortion. 200mm 8-inch weld, 15.8 seconds. Lovely. See you next time when we're doing all of those welds, and hopefully they'll be as nice as that one. End of video.